Roll on the show.
I'm saying.
Let's get this roll on the show.
We're late anyway.
Are we unmuted yet?
Yep.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Smoking Underground. I'm not Gary, and that's not Devin. And that's
Good morning.
Thank
John.
God.
Huh?
And
Thank God I'm not
Big Bad John.
Today we are talking
looking at Martha Stewart nudes.
nude Martha Stewart.
John, yeah.
And Biggie
One of a
at
kind.
Smalls. I don't know.
You're
I'm
one
just
of a
making
kind.
this stuff up as I go.
Love it. Love it.
We're going to be smoking a cigar. Did you know that? Did you know we
You
smoke
know,
cigars
I've
on the show?
heard something about
Actually, this is a smoke-free episode.
that. Yeah.
That's right. This is a smoke-free
We're
episode.
going total liberal right now.
Total retard. I mean,
Okay.
liberal.
30 seconds.
We're trying to achieve worse health.
Yes.
Worse health. Yeah.
I can do that.
I got worse health at work the other day because the guy who the young kid who manages the stock room and all that,
Yeah.
he backed his truck up into the warehouse
Uh,
and just left it on.
that's what it
I
is.
was walking back from the bathroom going, what is that smell? And it was exhaust. And I was like, and then he walked away. I got in his truck and pulled it forward out of the friggin' warehouse.
Nice.
It's like,
I
yeah.
would have probably turned it off.
Yeah.
No, it's his gas. If he wants to waste it, he can waste it. Just
Yeah.
don't put fumes in there.
Total autonomy in a
Yeah.
different form. Okay.
And he just looked at me and went, oh, thanks, man. I'm
It'd be
like,
funny
"Yeah."
if it was an autonomous truck and then he got out and it backed himself back in.
Yeah. So we're going to be having a great discussion about cigar health effects and trends. The Monograph number 9 booklet that we have here that's way bigger than I thought it was going to be. I honestly expected, John, I expected something like tiny pamphlet size,
Hey,
No.
You can get a lot of fluff there for your $9.
That's true.
You do that.
It's
now.
true.
I will
Check
say
this thing
that.
out.
Yeah.
Well,
and it's kind of
It may not be $9 now because John jacked the prices up somehow.
I bought so many copies.
Yeah, he's wholesaling now.
How many copies did you buy?
2.
Oh, that's it? Oh my gosh.
Hey,
How
I only
thick
have
would
so
you-
much money.
Yeah,
true.
how thick would you say it is? Half inch, 3/4?
I'd say it's a half inch.
Half inch.
Yeah.
232 pages,
There you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's got pictures.
including the appendices.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's in
And
15,
it's got
it's in 15
pictures.
font. Of course, obviously.
Oh, look. Without
I might actually be able to read books with these
Pictures.
glasses.
Pictures. That means I can read it. That's
Yeah.
good.
I mean, it's nice.
helps.
We're going to go through a little bit of details on that.
Yeah.
Nothing boring.
Graphs
It's-
get a little complicated in that, but
It's nothing boring. It's all going to be amazing. You know, we never did a mic test on my microphone.
yeah, we did.
We did?
You just didn't know it.
Good. That's the way I like it.
There you go.
And today we're going to be smoking something that Gary and I are both ecstatically about because you all know Padron is my number 1 cigar.
Yeah.
Well, my number 2 cigar is
Hey.
Aroa.
Yes.
And this is an Aroa Lancero.
Yes, sir.
And it is beautiful.
Yes, sir.
It smells great.
Indeed. Oh,
It's
let's
got the
do.
full wrapper right on it. Whoop. It's got a nice vein across it. Man, it's on there, isn't it?
Oh,
They didn't
geez.
want baby cigars with that wrapper.
Gum. Now it's. Oh my God. Now I can't. Oh man, I was hoping to just pull this off.
I'm going to need your guillotine, sir.
You do.
Yep, I'm going to need your
Your
guillotine.
punch. You want to have your punch?
No.
All right.
It's so small. I wanted to do one of the proper guillotine cut on it. John's like, "Are you
It's
just gonna
like
keep
Chi-
going?"
It's like Chinese finger cuffs. I can't get the wrapper.
Me either.
It's like
I was-
Chinese
I was
something.
having to peel mine off over here.
So tonight's drink of choice, I actually got to try for the first time Tuesday because old Mr. Cobb brought this in to Trustville. It's the George Dickel Bourbon Whiskey, Cascade Hollow Distillery. It's the aged 8-year version.
8-year.
It's way better than the original Dickel, the normal one. I'd have to say, and I like the other Dickel. It's all right. This one is good.
Yeah.
Why am I opening? I already poured myself some.
Here we go.
Oops, I forgot to do a. Does somebody want to give me their cigar so I can sniff it?
See, that's what I was aching to do.
Too late.
Man, smell that. Did you smell it?
No, I forgot to.
Oh,
Dude.
we are all shoving it in our nose except for John.
Oh, yeah. God, that's heaven, man.
This is probably the best tobacco out of his group.
Oh, undoubtedly, man.
because with a Lancero, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a lot of space, a margin for error. It's got to be good. That's one thing people don't understand about Lanceros.
Yeah, it's true.
Is because they have to use like the best tobacco in them because they're so small.
The best tobacco and the best rollers. The master rollers actually do the Lanceros. So that's yeah.
It's so funny. We need to get the Cigar Authority guys on at the same time and have the argument because Garofalo hates Lanceros.
Oh my God.
StreamYard, right?
Yeah.
Oh
We
my
phone
God.
them in where they can see us and we can see them.
I want to have Garofalo on for a few other reasons, but I'd love to debate him on the Lanceros.
And we'll just be holding Lanceros, smoking. We're smoking Lanceros, the better of all cigars.
Yeah. And he and Christian are actually quite close from what I understand. They're very, very good buddies.
Well, he's down to 81 boxes out of the 300 he originally bought for his 13th anniversary of his podcast. He's selling 1 box a week now.
I need to buy a box from him.
So do I.
This
We can get free shipping, $199 for 2 boxes.
I like it. Let's do it.
Give me $100 bill. I'll order them.
I'll have to get it next week. I'll have to get it after my next Friday night.
After your next Friday night, Magic Mike there.
That's right.
XL.
When the tips roll in.
Is yours drawing just as easy as mine is?
Yep.
Holy moly. This thing is like a straw. Oh, this is good stuff, man. This is good stuff. This is the Aroa CBT, by the way. Just thought we'd let you know.
Yeah.
CBT Kappa Binda Trippa Maduro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yes, indeed. Here, here.
Here, here.
Yeah.
That's right. My pinky was up. Bite me.
That's what it's for.
All right. So we've got the Monogram 9 booklet here.
Well, before we get too far into it,
Yeah.
I did find the WKRP episode. I will have it linked.
Yes.
Now, when you Google it, a lot of 3 and 4 minute clips because that's the whole key to the episode.
Yeah.
A lot of articles on it's the best Thanksgiving video thing ever. So we'll be reviewing that the week before Thanksgiving because we will be taking Thanksgiving week off.
So Devin will be able to watch it and actually know what he's talking about. Yeah. So that would be
it'll
good.
only take 23 minutes out of your life.
That's right.
Well, I'm hoping it's good
I'm trying
enough.
to give you back some of that 2 hours he stole last month.
What are you trying to say?
John hated that movie, but that's okay.
I'm really kind of hoping I really like the show because I want to rewatch it. Like you got me in, the more you've talked about that show, the more interested I've gotten.
Do you like classic shows at all?
Yeah.
Cheers. Have you seen it?
I do like Cheers, although Cheers grades on you because the plot lines are repeated so much it's hard to watch.
Uh-oh.
But I've seen it all the way through.
Cheers, if you're going to watch Cheers, what I found, you have to watch it the way it originally debuted.
I agree.
One a week.
I agree.
Okay, I can see that.
You can't binge Cheers.
You can't.
You can't binge a lot of those. You can't binge a lot of those old
Correct.
sitcoms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Because, they're all the same, all basic, same plot line, all same structure.
Sure.
3 things that all come together.
Yeah.
I could see watching Cheers because I binged and I probably watched 4 seasons in a weekend or something.
Are you a Happy Days guy? Do you ever watch Happy
I
Days?
haven't watched it in so long. I don't
Okay,
know.
all right.
I watched it when I was a kid.
Never was a Happy Days guy.
Yeah.
Laverne and Shirley a little, not in Happy Days.
I never really was.
So my gaming channel, I actually kind of gravitate towards that old TV style feel. That's because I like that like old commercials and just the. We'll be right back.
Oh yeah. Brought to you by
Toothpicks.
Yeah, right.
Now, see, I'm more of the I want to take my next podcast if I do a scripted comedy like the old time radio.
Well,
I've talked about that before, where you just integrate.
Oh man.
You got me.
We're having,
Man.
we're gonna have our Aroa Lancero today, and I've got this fine Calibri cutter here, and
yeah, the nice little ASMR that is those old shows.
You don't break. It's just part of it. And
Yeah.
the product placement is part of the script.
That's so cool. So cool. Yeah, it was, wasn't
the
it?
guy, the consultant that I use a lot for podcasting, pay him a fortune.
Yeah.
In his show, he's sponsored by a company, and he always just rolls it right in to just like a segment. And then he hits
Yeah.
his little, he does like the book on tape thing when he changes topic. And he goes, doo-doo-doo, or whatever sound effect he picks that week.
right, right.
And you really, if you're not paying attention, didn't realize he did a commercial. So,
I listen. I watch a lot of videos on YouTube for a game I like to play called Star Citizen. All these guys will make these videos talking about the game, and a lot of them are sponsored. So, like NordVPN,
Right.
and they will find a way to integrate into their 10-minute episode about the security that NordVPN has. And I always love to see how somebody does it, because exactly like what you're just saying. If it doesn't bother me, it doesn't stop everything we're doing for you to do your commercial, then do it. If I have to like hit the skip button a few times, I don't like that.
Right.
yeah, I listened to a podcast in first six and a half minutes. He does a little clip of what's going to be on the podcast, because you have to do that now with the way podcast players are. Then 6.5 minutes of commercials. And then we join the show.
Yeah.
Thank God we've got fast forward buttons now. 36.
Oh yeah. So
Indeed.
the conspiracy show that I listened to, Sam Tripoli, the tinfoil hat, he's changed his format because he kept irritating people. I kid you not. The first 12 to 15 minutes was him talking ads and, oh, this show's a good show, and we did this, and we talked about this, and I do this other podcast, and we do this. I'm telling you, I'm betting they looked at that matrix and they saw everybody just like scroll through 15 minutes, start back.
And then start.
Because it was just the most annoying thing.
Yeah, as upon this show right here, they scroll through us and then they go to the ads,
Right.
which we don't have any. So sorry.
We go to their next podcast.
Right.
I've got a couple
Let's
like
go to the
that. They
next
pop
podcast.
up on my player.
Right. Yeah. That's it.
Because I drive that stupid car that doesn't have CarPlay or anything.
Yeah.
Just I'll fast forward through it.
A lot of hang-offs coming off the tip
Uh-oh. Is your tip having trouble over there, buddy?
a little bit.
I hate
Just
when
the tip.
I hate when my tip has trouble.
So I was looking through this booklet to see if there is any like
That's a-
synopsis.
If that's a booklet, can you please define book?
No, I can't. I won't. The federal tax on a typical manufactured or premium cigar would therefore be limited to 3 cents per cigar. This tax scheme is particularly favorable to manufacturers, blah, 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 blah. They've got everything in here, from the taxation to it, to the advertising restrictions, to added ingredients. When the FDA asserts jurisdiction over cigarettes and smokeless tobaccos as drug delivery devices, it is considered required disclosure of ingredients added to these products, but decided not to do so. Blah, blah, blah.
For
You
those
can
of
read
you
it
who are
more.
falling asleep, it's our podcast here.
Right.
Just thought we'd let you know.
No, I'm just trying to tell you, like some of the headers are disclosure of cigar or smoke product constituents,
That's better.
right? Tar, nicotine, and CO, and that's Congress. Policies regulating cigars. They should even have advertisements in here, internet advertising and promotion of cigars. And they have the pictures of like one with Demi Moore holding a cigar, and one from Newsweek, and like I'm
Demi
really
Moore before she did that military show, or Demi Moore
after. And like here's one. It's got one for Mel Gibson, Carmen Electra, Jeff Goldblum, and there it shows the ads. And I'll be honest with you, I am thoroughly surprised at how much detail is in this book.
Well, I bet it is.
And I would say a lot of you may think this is really boring at the moment, but I encourage you to get one simply because you may be sitting down at home one day and you just decide to open it up and just flip to any section, read the title of it, just right outside of the margin. And you may just start reading a paragraph, and no joke, right when you read any paragraph in this, the information is so well put together that you're like, that's interesting. That's interesting. And you just move on to the next thing. I mean, they've got carcinogens in the smoke of both of bright or blonde and barley and black tobacco.
Oh, yeah.
Like they've got data in here that's
Yes, sir.
ridiculous.
Yes, sir.
I don't even understand how to read it. But
I bet you they got data coming out of our ears.
Well, they have a
all-cause
complete breakdown
mortality.
of room
Yes,
air,
sir. Yes, sir.
right?
Yeah,
All
they have
cause
to, man.
mortality.
And depending if
Yeah.
you're in, office buildings, how much nitrogen oxide is in
Right.
there.
Oh, wow.
If there's 44 workrooms
That's
and what
crazy.
size they are.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would say a good synopsis for this book is cigarette smoke and cigar smoke are not even close to the same.
No.
And they got a conclusion here in the back. Let me see if I can find a point that's relevant.
What's the epilogue say?
I'm not reading that. There is less federal and state regulation of cigars when compared to cigarettes and smokeless tobacco. The voluntary codes restricting marketing practices established by the tobacco trade associates are regularly violated by cigar advertising and promotional activities. Federal tax rate, blah, 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 blah. That's not really a conclusion, but okay.
Guess what the average burning temperature of a cigar is?
What is the average burning temperature?
Between puffs.
150.
Nope, I'm shaking my head.
Yeah, he says no. So I'm guessing 200.
820 degrees Celsius.
Are you kidding me? Holy mackerel.
For a cigar,
Golly.
800 degrees on a
800 degrees Celsius. That's like freaking 1,200 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
and
That's crazy.
During puffing, 1139 degrees Celsius to 1160 degrees Celsius.
Freaking hey, dude.
And a cigarette, 944 to 970. So it's not burning off as many carcinogens as a cigar is during smoking.
My God.
And what that gets
Lord,
you to,
child.
particulate phase, you get about 45 parts particulate matter out of cigars. And because you don't burn the cigarette as hot,
Right.
108.3 particulates. I'm not sure how many, if that's out of 1,000 or out of 1,000,000.
Yeah, right. I don't either.
Wow. So they've even got a graph here for carbon monoxide percentages, parts per million. And they even show from 6 p.m. to 1 a.m., this guy apparently put the meter in his jacket and it shows your home levels.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a cigar dinner party in downtown restaurant in San Francisco. And it goes gathering around the bar to socializing, eating dinner, eating dessert, and then walking on the street, inside, downtown. Like this is the monitor from
Oh, wow. Wow. Look at the difference there.
Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible.
I know. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's filled with detail, man. I love that stuff, man.
But here's the interesting one is the overall for the time of day, like the whole thing from 3 p.m. to 10:30 on this other one. Like the cigar smoking, the party was actually some of the less amount of carbon dioxide compared to everything else in his day.
Ooh.
So they've got a lot of good stuff in there. I highly recommend you check it out. U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, I should say.
And what's it called again?
It is Smoking and Tobacco Control, Monograph number 9, Cigar Health Effects and Trends. You can go to smokingunderground.com and find a link to it, correct, John?
Mm-hmm.
And you just ashed on the book, by the way.
There you are.
I know. Well, this is my book.
Okay.
Right.
We
Right,
might
right.
give that
Yeah.
copy away.
Yeah, I'm far away from that one over there. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Welch?
Hey, Ralph. I hope you're doing well.
So yeah, that's the whole thing. The whole principle of this is the first part of a discussion. Not that we're going to go into super detail, but this is the first part of the evidence that cigar smoking, if I could do a conclusion, that cigar smoking is not nearly as harmful as anything else out there.
No, heck no.
Because I think the conclusion's like less than 1%.
No. I mean, you're looking at diesel trucks that are much more dangerous than what a cigar is.
And
much more.
I know some of you are going to think, logical fallacy or, it depends on where you're smoking and who you're smoking around. This book covers all of that.
Yeah.
All of it. Number of cigars per day, how hot you're burning your cigar.
If someone was to pick that up and do something like that right there, they would have to have so much detail it would be funny.
Right.
And stand on it because we've got ours right here.
Yeah.
This is it right here. So
I couldn't quickly find the graph that I wanted to.
oh, that'd be great. If
You know
what?
That'd be fantastic.
If I were to want to spend the time, which I don't, but I could sit down and try to summarize each chapter and then try to summarize and try to group those.
Sure.
And so I could bullet point the entire book
Sure,
more
right.
effectively.
Right.
If you want
Most
to get a
definitely.
better feel of the book and what we're talking about too, when you go to the link on Smoking Underground, it takes you to Amazon where you can purchase the book. There is a view inside the book.
Yeah.
Let me see here. I should be able to share this.
But it's a great jumping off point for anybody thinking about having that discussion, because
Yeah. Right.
I recently had the discussion with my dentist, and he goes, "Oh, smoking's bad for you." And I'm like, and I literally looked him straight in the face and went, "No, cigarette smoking's bad for you.
Yes.
Cigar smoking is not bad for you."
Correct. Correct. Indeed.
I'm trying to share this screen here. Hopefully, I can do it without putting up stuff.
Because one man's, we got a guy at work who he's never drank a drop of alcohol,
Oh yeah.
not one drop.
I used to be that way.
And
Can I
if
have
he
a
were
sip?
to have this,
Can I
it
have a
might-
sip of your whiskey?
certainly, and he probably would have a bad effect to it. Whereas me, it doesn't affect me.
Mhm.
I just enjoy the flavor.
God, bless, that's smooth, dude.
I'm telling you, it's very
My
good.
Goodness, that is smooth.
It's very good.
Perhaps
So
you didn't
there's
try
the
that.
front of the book a little bit better.
Let me take Gary and
Crazy.
With all this data, you just can't.
What's
You
Ralph
just
saying?
can't.
What's Ralph saying? Crap, I
Uh,
can't see. I got to get new.
famous grouse
prescriptions.
for me, Gary.
Oh,
What's
he's
up?
a famous grouse guy. Yeah, he's always that's grouse. Grouse was floating around his shop forever over there, man. Him and Jeff, Mike, all of them. That was a grouse bunch, man.
Lower
It was
third,
awesome.
sir.
So, Ralph, we're doing George Dickel over here, 8-year.
Yeah.
Over here. So
Yeah,
just
it's very
FYI.
smooth. I'm actually
Yeah.
going to try the next pour with a little bit of water in it.
Oh, you gonna
Just
mix it?
just
Look
a
at
little bit.
You,
Just a
you
little
gonna dip it? You gonna dip, aren't you?
You know what? I
You
should.
dip-
I haven't done a
you
dip in
gonna
a while.
do your dip, boy.
I'm going to do it
Come
just
on
to piss
down.
off Oscar.
We'll do one more
It's
One more
graph
data.
here, and this
Easy
is
to
not
do.
even 10 pages into the book. 20 cigarettes a day, inhaling, starting at age 18. Lung cancer death per 100,000. At 50,
good. Go.
you're looking at about 75 to
What?
per 100,000 with cigarettes.
75 people.
75%?
75 people.
People. Okay.
It's
If
still
you,
not huge.
if
Yeah.
you go up to 85, it's almost 1,100 deaths per 100,000 people. If you've smoked a pack of cigarettes a day since 18.
And there's some people out there who have.
Yeah, they are.
A non-smoker at age 85, deaths due to lung cancer is about 100 out of every 100,000. Let's see.
This one's a
here.
good one. This is a very good one.
A 5 cigar a day habit with no inhalation. You're
Obviously.
about 250 deaths per 100,000 at 85. So it's almost double, but that's 5 cigars a day with no
Sure.
Right.
inhalation.
Sure.
Which there's not many. Like the percentage of people that actually do that
Yeah.
compared to the number of smokers, I'm betting it's significant.
It's
Now-
yeah.
We'll
Oh,
throw
without a
in
doubt.
cigars a
Yeah.
day, 5 cigars a day, moderate inhalation. You're almost right up there with lung cancer deaths with cigarette smokers. You're over 1,000. You're about
Yeah.
1,050.
Yeah.
And then the lower they go, lowest they go is 3 to 4 cigars a day, moderate inhalation.
Now, is it talking normal cigars or cigarillos or this, or is it just saying like a,
you would have to get into the text to know
Mhm.
exactly what they're
Yeah.
doing, but they're talking premium cigars from most of this book
Right.
when they're referring to cigars, which is long filler hand rolled cigars.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Cigarillos and that are normally machine made with the sweepings
Right.
off the factory floor.
Yeah.
Right.
John's interpretation, not actual statement.
So
Good
there you
call.
go. If you found any of that information in any way beneficial, like that flabbergasted you in some way, you found it interesting, I highly recommend you go to smokingunderground.com, click the link, and purchase the book. You may no longer be able to get it for the price it originally was at
$16.68 today.
because it's now about $15 to $20.
This book hovered at about $30 a book up until about a year ago, and then it went into a steady price decline. I bought them on Sunday for $10 a book. I don't know if we'll ever get back to that, and then they jump back up the next day.
Yeah, I
think
should have bought it.
I
Yeah.
bought the
Yeah.
last one.
Buy one this Christmas for your fellow liberal.
I'm actually thinking of buying one for my dentist.
For
next time I
those
leave.
of
Good
you
idea.
that hung
And
around
he would
last
understand
week,
it.
Yeah.
And hate you for it.
those that hung around last week, and we talked about cigars and Alabama games and
Right.
how you're going to die because you've smoked 1 cigar a day for 15 years.
Mm.
Everybody should go out and buy this book.
Yep.
And mail it to the damn author of that.
Oh my gosh, how
article.
great would that be? She just shows up on her doorstep with boxes of
Oh,
books.
I love it, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it
Well,
be
the
great?
doctor and the
Yeah.
journalist who wrote the article, which I'm actually tempted to reach out to and invite
Yes.
on the show.
We should.
Provide him a copy. That's the reason I bought 2 of these books. Provide him a copy of the book
Right.
and ask him to go, now, where did you get your information?
Yeah.
And true FDA study,
Right. Government
which
funded.
actually
Government
covers,
Yeah.
kind of covers
Right.
occasional cigar smokers, or a CDC non-study by some doctor who has an agenda.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
I would like to dig into this a little bit deeper and see what references that we have as far as going back to the AMA and the doctor's credibility and so on.
Dude,
like that.
Harris should have one of these books in every shop.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, you should.
We said that last week.
Yeah. Yeah, you should.
I mean, you imagine that sitting there. Somebody comes in, they bring a new smoker, and like, man, I'm gonna get cancer in here. You're like, actually, no, you won't.
No, we get the guy that comes in with his wife and I can't. I'm gonna die in here. And, here,
I gotta put my mask on to keep from the
I
smoke.
wouldn't.
Are you smelling the smoke
No.
right now with the mask on?
No,
Yeah.
don't get us wrong.
I'm not gonna.
I have friends with respiratory problems and that. My
Right.
girlfriend, for
Sure.
one,
Sure.
that really
Right.
can't be around cigar smoking. That we're not saying that those people are making up things,
Right.
stuff like that. There is legitimate concerns. Secondhand smoke, there is legitimate concerns.
Yeah.
Even though there are studies that are just coming out again showing secondhand smoke isn't as deadly as they say it was.
Right.
But there are people that you do need to respect that
Yeah.
do have
Sure.
honest issues.
Yeah.
I had asthma for a while. It doesn't bother me anymore. And I'm a probably 3/4 of a cigar a day smoker. I don't smoke one a day, but I probably smoke 2 or 3 a week,
Right. Right.
maybe 4 a week.
When I'm not having tooth stuff this season, it's a long thing.
Devin's having
Please.
all of his teeth removed.
I'm,
Yeah.
Fake
I'm
dentures.
having one replaced.
Yeah. He's got dentures now.
One at a time.
It's okay.
Yeah, well,
All right,
it would be
fine.
easier to manage if I did.
Yeah.
I probably smoke maybe one a day. Maybe. Typically, I'll smoke one definitely on Tuesday, definitely on Thursday, definitely on Friday, and then I'll probably smoke 1 or 2 at work
Mm. Oh, really? Wow.
when I go on break or something.
Oh,
like
is that right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then sometimes on the weekend, I don't even have one because I'll be gaming or editing videos, and
you're
I just don't
rolling
have
the whole-
time to
yeah,
sit
you're
down.
rolling on the weekends.
I mean, because
Mhm.
to everybody else who agrees with me, I don't smoke in my house. I'm single. I own my own house,
Right.
and I refuse to smoke in it.
Right.
I just can't do it.
Yeah.
Have
So-
Gary and I over. We'll smoke in your house.
Yeah, we sure will. We'll season that rice.
Brother,
Heck yeah.
I want to so bad, but there's just something about me that just says no.
I understand.
Anyway,
I understand.
this has been a great show. This data was far more interesting than I thought, but I
Very
think we all have a vested interest. Anybody watching has a vested interest in it.
This is Aroa CBT Lancero we're smoking today. And,
Very good.
yeah, very outstanding as well. I'm a big Aroa fan anyway.
Just
And of
showed up in the
course-
stores recently.
Mhm.
Do they have a
Not lot of
non-Maduro
inventory.
version?
Huh?
They have a non-Maduro version?
Nope. This is the only one I saw.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Good deal. Good deal. And Devin's doing the 8-year George Dickel.
Yeah, and it's very good, even with the water in it. It's
He
very
can-
good.
He can. What is it? What do you not condone? What you what do you call advertise for that? Not advertise, but never mind.
I think Gary just had a stroke.
There's so much for our health benefits in that.
So much for the book there. Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh,
Gary,
God.
where are you smoking your meat this weekend?
Yeah. And what are you smoking?
I am not. I'm not at Vitola this weekend. I am. I'm not. I'm doing some daddy daughter stuff this weekend, and so we're going to. We're probably going to have a band competition somewhere. Just don't know what. But
On a completely interesting side note, have you made an Instagram just for your smoked meats?
no, but I need to.
You do. You
I
really
need to.
do.
Yeah, I do.
I'm
need to.
gonna start a new Instagram on abandoned foods.
Abandoned foods.
Foods?
Okay, you're gonna.
That sounds
Give
disgusting.
me
It is.
Give me an example of that, please.
I don't really want one.
Oh, I don't.
Give me after the show.
Talk to me.
No,
Talk to me.
a lot of my job deals with going into big box retailers,
Oh.
and it is amazing. I got a Nest chocolate quick. I want a Coke. I'm going to put this chilled chocolate quick on top the cooler and take my Coke. So this can sit up here and go bad.
Okay.
I'm going.
That
through
does
the-
sound interesting.
I'm going through the checkout line and I only have $15 and the ice cream is going to make it $16.73. I'm going to sit the ice cream back here and hide it so nobody sees it.
You could come up with some really interesting stories off of this. I love it. I love it.
Only John.
I need scallions for dinner tonight. Oh shoot! No, I don't. I do have them at home. We'll just sit them right here on this shelf.
Right. You just ruined an entire bag rather
Yeah.
than give them to the
Ooh.
person to put back.
You
Or
know,
put them back yourself.
Instead of give it to the person, the cashier, which I
Right.
can't say the cashiers are pretty quick about,
Yeah.
but you can walk it back. I mean, it's going to take a minute or two of your time, but the amount of food that I'm seeing per day that is just abandoned and set to spoil, because when the store comes across your 3 pounds of hamburger just laying there in the toy aisle, they don't know how long it's been there. They can't put it back on the shelf.
Yeah,
That's $8, $10 worth of meat.
Yeah.
They've got to eat that day.
Right.
You know, well, not literally eat. but-
Okay.
Right.
John, Gary, I just had an idea. Like I got an image in my head for the logo for this,
Here we go.
and it was just like a chicken nugget holding a bear looking for its mom. Abandoned. Or a box of chicken nuggets on the side of the road, like a box of cats.
If you want to hear me talk more about stuff like this,
I love
join
that.
us in January for my
That's
new
right.
podcast.
Oh God.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
And where are you going to be at, John?
Saturday and Sunday, I'll be at 280.
280. And he will go into detail
Mother
about this
sucker.
book if you'd like.
I'll probably
I
have
bet
a
he
copy.
will.
He'll have a copy with him.
Heck
And
yeah.
if I probably have some of the preliminary pictures for the new Instagram.
Yes, indeed.
There you go.
And I'm taking applications for people who want to come onto the new podcast and help
There you go.
debate the new topics.
Oh, that would be.
I love it. I
outstanding.
love it.
Oh, that would be great, man. Yeah.
If my stuff starts taking off, making money, I might do that.
See the Magic Mike reference again.
There you
That's
are.
right.
There
Down,
you go.
down, down.
Where are
Great.
you at now? Devin?
I will be at Trust Vegas tomorrow. That's Highway 11. That's next to the Happy Walk, which makes the best fried chicken wings ever. The best I've ever had.
The Happy Walk.
The Happy Walk.
Really?
Not some of their stuff with sauce on it. Just plain. Absolutely amazing.
Really?
Absolutely. Like no joke, those guys there, they will buy 3 boxes of them and bring it in and we'll all share it because they
Wow.
are so good.
Do you add any sauce to them at all?
Nothing.
Just dry.
Just dry. They're
Man,
amazing.
they
I mean,
must
they
have
put their
seasoning to 'em
version
that's
of
just stupid.
breading and stuff on it, but it's not
Right,
thick.
right. Yeah.
It's very, very thin.
Yeah.
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 There
Oh,
you go.
That's
And you can check me out
pretty
on
cool.
Twitch since John's pushing, I'm pushing. You can check me out on Twitch on Mondays and Tuesdays, and I'm trying to do a weekend. And I just got my podcast moved over, and, I'll be,
Only fans Saturday night.
and OnlyFans Saturday night.
endorse. You
That's right.
endorse that whiskey. That's what I was trying.
Endorse.
Yeah.
That's what the stroke victim was trying to say.
Next week we'll be smoking our cigar of the month from the Liga Club. Or
Do we know what that is
cigar-
yet?
Nope. They don't get here until usually Monday or
Until
Tuesday.
they.
I hope it's good. I really do.
Well, most
Been
of
good
them
the
are.
last couple of months.
Yeah, most
Yeah.
of them are.
I need to try your shirkin, by the way. I really want to use your shirkin and try
Let's
that.
do a shirkin show.
Let's do a shirkin show.
Can we?
We could do a shirkin show, and
I can see the graphic of it already.
We do have our multiple cut show coming up. Somebody acquired some feral pigs, and I've been
Uh-huh.
told a cigar that's the equivalent of a feral pig. So even if you don't enjoy it, you can try it, and you can say, "Hey, this is just as crappy as a feral pig, or this is just as great as a feral."
Right.
pig.
So I'm going to go ahead and
So-
say the unpopular opinion. The feral
Yeah.
flying pig is
Devin
Not
has this
great.
problem
Yes,
of
he does.
talking bad about
Yeah,
products
he does.
without
No,
without
it's personal
constructive-
preference.
No,
but I got to say I did not
Okay.
enjoy it.
I'm sorry.
But everybody I know likes it.
I think he had a
Oh,
club
I
at
probably
that
should
time.
throw out. I know we
Yeah.
got some Andalusian bulls in here at.
Oh,
I
yeah, we
saw
do
them
that.
out there.
Yeah, we got
They're
bulls
at
in.
least
We got
two
bulls.
boxes through.
We've
We've got a lot of
bulls.
rare Liga stuff in. We've got a lot of the pinks in.
And before you
Really?
think, why don't
Yeah.
they bring them to the other stores? They're not gonna. So just come to 280. Just
Yeah,
don't even
it's
argue.
It's still one stick per person
One
per
per
day.
day,
So bring your
right.
wife, girlfriend, maybe
Yeah.
not at the same time.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Yeah. Speaking of pink, yeah, and for heaven's sakes, if you do that, whatever, be sure to get the.
He said
the-
doo-doo.
Yeah, be sure to get the hooker brand.
yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
bring your wife in, pick
Yeah.
up a sophisticated hooker, and go on
then-
home.
Yeah,
That is wonderful.
right.
You guys are
yeah, man.
geniuses.
There you are.
Yeah. So Trust Vegas tomorrow night. BYOB. Come on, bring it. Actually, I think we're planning a slow night tomorrow because I heard there's some stuff going on. So Unless people show up and put money in that tip box, I may be closing at 10 instead of 1.
And Ralph, if you can make it here on a Thursday night at 6:30, I think there's somebody here that wants to meet you. So just FYI.
And if you want us to come to you on a Thursday night, we might be able to arrange
he
that
could
too.
probably he'd be all over that. We could probably do a show at his
We
place.
should do a show at his place.
I'm telling you, we probably could. We probably could.
I like
you,
the
you,
idea.
you heard that? January, we'll be doing a show from Ralph's. Upcoming shows again. We got the WKRP analysis. Who there
That's
should be
true.
smoking cigars? That'll
Love that.
that'll be the week before Thanksgiving.
A week before
We're
Thanksgiving.
off Thanksgiving week.
Lord.
We're gonna show a rerun.
Oh Lord.
We should just rerun the WKRP episode twice. Just do it twice.
We might. We have an interview I got to set up with. He has to be on the show, so it'll be Matt Booth.
I don't know who that is.
With
Okay, cool.
Room 101. Well,
101.
Oh, Room 101.
Yeah.
Okay.
founder of Room 101 Cigars.
The
Founder.
the jewelry master.
Oh, I like his cigar. It's got that lotus leaf on it.
Uh-huh.
No.
Yeah.
it's, and he also does the.
I don't know why I remembered that.
He also does jewelry too. So.
Does he really?
Yes, he does.
You can encourage.
Yeah, we're going to find
sir, you
out
can
what
bring
Matt's
some.
up to because he recently sold Room 101.
Yep.
Still on the, still an executive within the company.
Did he start another one? Room 102.
No, he's more sophisticated. Room 202.
Oh, he's
going to
stepping
the
up.
advanced
Cigars
part
202.
Cigars 202.
I love it. I love it.
No, we'll find out what he's up to.
No,
And
cigars.
we're still working on a couple other guests, and I got a couple other shows planned. We're still working on our Cigar of the Year. We'll start not next week, the following week. We'll start hitting on Cigar of the Year nominees. Send them to Smoking Underground, or excuse me, cigarsmokingunderground.com at gmail.com, or go to smokingunderground.com and send us a.
Did you see if we could
Suggestion?
get the email in abbreviation instead of the full name?
I can do whatever I want with it.
Because I think that would be better. Just make it, like
Well,
SU.
SMU.
Well, if
Yeah,
I
right,
can
or
get
SU.
our sponsor to come off an extra $6 a month, we will just have like
Oh, God,
im-
$6.
we'll have Gary at smokingunderground.com, Devin at smokingunderground.com, John
I
at
would love that.
smokingunderground.com,
I
and
would love that, man. That'd be great.
whatever.
It really would.
$6. I don't know. $6 is a lot, man.
That's a lot, man.
That's
I haven't
it's like a
asked him
stick of
yet,
gum.
so that's a mean thing to say about him.
Yeah.
But
so I got one more
so
room.
Gary's off this weekend. Devin on Friday, like
Tomorrow,
normal.
yep.
Me Saturday, surprise, and Sunday. So a lot of rare stuff at 280. A lot of that rare stuff is not available online. I'm sorry for those of you listening out of the area.
It shouldn't be.
It isn't. That's why it's one.
Yeah.
It will be coming online probably within the next.
Get your butt down to the
7
store.
days. We're doing. We do one cigar per person per day to make sure everybody gets their shot. Once after about the first 14 days, they go online and they're not there within hours.
Right. And so
And the Andalusian Bulls are good.
yes, they're the best. And come get your CBD cigar. That's CBT cigar.
What?
There is a CB. There is a CBD cigar. I don't think we'll probably. Well, we might with the.
So a buddy of
some our
mine,
affiliates.
on a side note to that, they gave me a I don't know what you call it, a little cigarillo.
Yeah.
That was a CBD one.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
Had I one thing, I'm not used to inhaling, so I had the hardest time doing
I
that.
bet that was tough.
And when I did, I still felt nothing.
Oh,
And he looked, and I told him the next day, and he goes, "Yeah, you're probably not the smoking kind. You probably just need to do the gummies and stuff.
the gummies will put you on your tail.
It all depends.
It all depends." Well, what? Never mind. That's another discussion for another time.
Got that right.
And then I had one more joke about the Room 101. His next one's going to be an OnlyFans page, and it's going to be Room 69.
Leave it up to Matt. He'd probably do that.
And so we
He
were
would.
going to have Matt
He would do
Booth on
that.
as a guest, but
Oh, yeah.
Now he's going to cancel.
Right. Yeah.
If he doesn't think that's funny, then we don't need to have him as a
Oh,
guest.
he would think that's hilarious, man. He would.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us today on Smoking Underground. Thank you, John, for all the hard work that you do
Indeed.
and looking for the USB-C
Good job.
cable that you always look for
Very
and
good.
eventually find it after being frustrated.
I
Thank-
did find it tonight.
You
so-
did. And thank you, Gary, for driving
well.
so far to join us.
Yay.
I know it's a hassle for you, but I appreciate you being
Love you
here.
guys, man.
And bring my laptop back when you're done with it.
It's out
Um,
the car.
Oh, excellent.
Yes, indeed.
And it was a pleasure being here. I
Always
am
is.
so glad that Aroa makes a Lancero now
Yeah, man.
because I'm telling you, if Aroa is trying to make them become number one in my head, they're doing a damn good job of trying to
Oh,
make that
bro,
happen.
Skippy, hey man,
They're getting really close.
okay. Christian knows what the freak he's doing,
And he's
He
a
knows
great
what-
guy.
He's a cool dude, man. He really is.
And his marketing
Yeah.
team was wonderful to sit down with. They were just the best people.
Yeah.
Anyway, remember to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff that applies to every single network.